So recently, this topic has cropped up quite a lot, funnily enough. I don't know why. I've not really been paying attention to the bodybuilding news. I don't know if there's something going around about Dorian Yates or Mike Mensa, but there seems to be a big thing about this style of training. And a lot of people have been asking me about Dorian Yates. What do you reckon to his style of training, the high intensity kind of training? Is it good? Is it bad? What do you think to it? And I've kind of mentioned it and answered it to a few different people, but I'm going to make a video so that people can watch it and hear my opinion on what I think of high intensity training. Is that what it's called? No, heavy duty. It's called the heavy duty Mike Mensa. Okay, so let me tell you the concept behind this training. The concept behind it was that back in the days, bodybuilders were training for 3, 4, 5 hours, literally 5-hour sessions. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 3-hour sessions. Did cardio, came back, trained his arms for another 2-3 hours. That was if you were a bodybuilder, you was a bodybuilder. You were in the gym all day. Mike Mensa, a very clever guy, came around, I think it was the 80, 75, what was it, 75? Anyway, don't quote me on the dates. Around 75, 80. I think the Olympia that he was supposed to have, not won, but he was kind of one of the front runners in, was the 80 Olympia when Arnie came back and kind of like, not, it was a bit politics. But anyway, look, forget about that. We're not talking about bodybuilding either. We're talking about Mike Mensa's heavy-duty style of training, which was made famous later on by Dorian Yates because he won the Mr. Olympia a couple of times. What do I think about it? Now, it's a great training routine. There's nothing wrong with it. It is very short. The idea is you do a 1 set all out, but it's not actually 1 set. So let's just talk through it slowly. Let's say you were to do a bench press. Let's say you're doing bench press. So you'd warm up, you do low reps. So a couple of reps on a warm up on the bar, a couple of reps of warm up on the plate, a couple of reps warm up on 2 plates, then 3 plates, a couple of reps of warm up. So you've done like 5, 6 warm up sets. Then you get to the all out heavy set. Now when you do your heavy set, you're pushing and you do like 3 or 4 reps maximum. That's all you can do. And then somebody holds the bar and you lower it. Then you put it up again, you lower it. And then you do a couple of negatives, then you do a couple of forced. And it's all out 1 set. Everything you've got, you go all out in 1 set. Then you rack the bar, then you pick another exercise, and you do exactly the same process. I can't remember if there's any deload sets or not. I remember watching the Blood and Guts Dorian Yates in his dungeon training in Birmingham when he was winning the Mr. Olympias. And it's a great training footage to watch. You watch it, you really learn what intensity is. And obviously it does help with his training partner shouting in his face. And it was a funny story. Well, I don't know if this is a story, but I heard this thing. I can't remember who told me. It was a guy in the gym. Said that Leroy Davis was the guy's name, I feel. And they asked him, well, you train with Dorian Yates or his training partner, and you guys are in the gym together every single day. What's he like? And he went, I don't know him. And he said, what do you mean you don't know him? Well, we don't really talk. He says, we just train. Now, I don't know how true that story is. It's a story I heard, but I liked it. I like what he said. It's a very good answer. It's a very clever answer, very witty answer. He said, I don't know the guy. We just train together. We train hard. We're there for one purpose only, and that is to train. We ain't there to text and do all this other shit. In fact, there was no mobile phones them days anyway. And the gym culture has changed a lot. So I liked his idea. He was known as the Shadow, training away in Birmingham, didn't do no guest appearances, hardly did any guest posing, anything like that. Came to the Mr. Olympia shows, smashed everybody, went home. Now, should he have won as many Mr. Olympias as he did? No, I believe Sean Ray had him on 1 Olympia, and I think Kevin Levrone had him on 1 Olympia as well, but I'm going to be biased because Kevin Levrone's one of my favourite bodybuilders. Well, he's my favourite bodybuilder. So, forget about the Olympias. Now, let's talk about what it does. Does it grow muscle? Absolutely. Because think about what you're doing. You're putting ultimate load on your body and you're going all out, past and beyond failure. So your body has to grow. You're giving your body no other reason but to get bigger and stronger. You're telling it, bro, listen, I am done. This is maximum pressure. We're going all out. We're about to break. You're on the brink of just crumbling. Like in Formula 1 driver, this is the best way to describe it, I think. The whole idea of Formula 1 is to go into that bend as fast as possible. Slow down and then come out of that bend as fast as possible. And that's the time, that's the break speed. That's why it's not called a drag race. A drag race is just put your foot down and let's go. The whole idea why Formula One is exciting to watch, well, I don't really think it's exciting to watch for me, but I understand and I get it, and I get why there's skillful drivers and there's skillful cars and there's different cars and all that kind of stuff. And the reason is the braking system. It's like, how fast can a car accelerate, brake, turn, and then accelerate again? And that is what kind of bodybuilding is like. So these guys, Lewis Hamilton, these guys, they're trying to get into the bend as fast as possible without crashing. If they go a millimeter over, they will crash. And that's what heavy duty style of training was to me. Heavy duty style of training is train balls to the wall, right to the brink of you're about to get injured. And if you go over just a slight inch, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get injured. And we know that because many people have been injured. Mr. Olympia himself, Dorian Yates, tore his bicep, got injured. And this is my issue with the heavy duty style of training. It's very dangerous. Now, unless you are backed by multi-million pound deals, probably not multi-million pound deals, but at least £100,000 deals, some of these bodybuilders do get paid. I think they're still getting paid that. I don't know now, the game's changed a little bit. But unless you're backed by some sponsor deals, I still feel it's too dangerous because chances are you might not make it to the show because you're so fatigued and your body's knackered. And I think that's why a lot of people don't use this method. So the problem is you might get injured. And if you get injured, your career's over. So is it a smart thing to do for pro bodybuilders? No. And which is why not many pro bodybuilders today are using that method. And I agree with them. I don't think it's a very smart method to use. Now, is it a smart method to use for a youngster in the gym trying to come up and trying to add as much muscle as possible? Possibly for a short period of time, yes, because you are kind of superhuman at the start when you try lifting. But I would not advise it because when I started doing it for 2 to 3 months, my joints started aching. And I'm really bad for that. When my joints started aching, I take time off. I'm like, yo, this ain't happening. I do not want to get tendonitis. I do not want to get injured, nobody. So I tried it, backed off pretty quick. So it's not advisable for many people to do. Now, if we look at Dorian Yates, let's take him as an example right now. Because he was the pioneer, in a sense, after Mike Mensa. Great career, won a lot of Mr. Olympias. But he said he was a broken man after the Olympia. And if you look at Dorian today, he does yoga. He don't even train heavy no more. He doesn't even train no more. He still teaches that method because that's what made him win the Olympia. So obviously it's normal for him to teach that. Even though he might feel there's a better method or not, I don't know. I don't really care. The point is, I know it's not the best method out there. It's not the safest method out there. You are running a higher risk of getting injured. And if you're doing this professionally, if you're doing this as an amateur, or if you're just doing this for leisure like me, why would you want to be injured? Why would you want to leave every single thing in the gym? Why would you not want to go to the gym, have a nice workout, chat to a few guys, chill out, do whatever, leave the gym energized, ready to start work? That's me right now. The gym for me is, what can I take from the gym, not leaving the gym? I don't want to leave nothing in the gym. I don't go to the gym to be like, leave stuff in the gym, leave nothing behind. No, bro. I'm going to take from the gym. I don't leave nothing in the gym. So look at Dorian Yates today. Longevity-wise, he knew it wasn't smart to continue that kind of training. He does not do that kind of training today. I'm dead against it. I don't think it should be done for anybody. Anybody, even the youngsters, even the teenagers. Why put yourself through that kind of torture? Why put yourself through that kind of pain, bro? Do you not want your joints later on in life? He now takes, Dorian Yates I'm talking about, he now does yoga to the point where he's doing it 3-4 hours a day. He's doing mountain biking. Why? Because he was such a broken man from that kind of training style. He was mentally and physically fatigued to the point of like, I am quitting this. Whereas if you look at someone else like Lee Haney, amazing shape, good. He had this phase where he said, we're going to stimulate, not annihilate. And if you look at Lee Haney, he's older than Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman, very balls to the wall trainer as well. Very similar heavy duty style. Not Dorian Yates style, but very similar heavy lifting weights. At late age in his career as well. Believe it or not, this is an interesting fact. I might get it wrong, but it's very close. Lee Haney retired with 8 Mr. Olympias at 31, and Ronnie Coleman won his first Mr. Olympia at 31. Something along the lines of that. I'm very close. The fact is very close. Might be 1 or 2 years. So what does that show you guys? If you go balls to the walls, you're not going to last long. You're going to crash and burn. You might achieve greatness. You might be the greatest bodybuilder who ever lived. Now, unless that's not your goal, if you're just a normal, regular gym guy watching my channel for longevity, please, this is, I can plead with you guys. Because I'm looking out for you. I want the best for you. Don't do this heavy style of training. Stick to basics. Follow me. It's a longevity thing. Let's keep healthy. We don't care about going out there smashing it. If you're a bodybuilder and you want to choose to go down that road, by all means, bro, be my guest. I've got nothing against it. I just feel it's not necessary, it's not essential, and just look at the statistics. Dorian Yates, broken guy. Ronnie Coleman, lifting very, very heavy all his life, broken guy. Kevin Levrone, lifted heavy at the start, then chilled, in good shape, still. Dexter Jackson, chilled, in good shape still. There's many guys out there at this age, not at this age, I'm not old, well, not older than them guys anyway. I grew up watching those guys. Many guys out there, 50, 60, Frank Zane, a lot of guys in that era. They're still around today, man. Tom Platz, still around today. They didn't go balls to the wall. They took the foot off the gas at the right time. Coming into that bend, just about to brake, hit the wall, just take the foot off the gas a little bit early, bro. That's all you need to do. I was bodybuilding. I wanted to turn pro. I wanted to do this, and I want whatever. You know, you have these things. Everybody's doing it. You think, nah, bro. You know what? Let's take the foot off the gas. Let's go with longevity. This suits me better. This is okay for me. I don't want to be the bodybuilder anyway. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. But I might have some news for you guys soon. In fact, no, I'm not going to mention anything just yet. But I was thinking I might do a bodybuilding show on my TRT stack just to prove that it can be done, and just to prove to people that, you know what, you can get in ridiculous shape very easy to compete. And I'm not doing it to win a show or anything like that, or a pro card or anything like that. I just want to do it because I feel that I'm in the Masters now, and I feel I can still kick some ass in the Masters. So I might do it. I don't know if I get the time and everything, on all the stars align or the chips fall as they may. I will definitely give that a bash. But anyway, Dorian Yates style of training, guys, stay the hell away from it. So much stuff out there. Stick to that. Hope this gives you some value. Comment down below, like, and please subscribe.